Ever wonder about the millions that vanish without a trace? Today, we're diving into the world's 7 most mysterious heists still unsolved. Number 1. The Great Train Robbery. In the dead of night on August 8, 1963, a 15-strong gang achieved one of the most audacious thefts in British history. The target? The Royal Mail train traveling from Glasgow to London, loaded with used banknotes. The gang, who had ties to the London underworld, meticulously planned their heist. They tampered with the railway signals, bringing the train to a forced halt near Ledburn, Buckinghamshire. The gang's leader, Bruce Reynolds, masterminded a simple yet brilliant plan. They overpowered the train's crew with minimal violence, with the most dramatic moment coming when they knocked out the train driver, Jack Mills, which later drew public sympathy. After halting the train, the thieves accessed the high-value packages coach, making off with a staggering £2 60 million, the equivalent of over £50 million today. What makes this heist still a hot topic of mystery and debate? First, not all gang members were caught. While some like Ronnie Biggs became infamous after escaping from prison, others faded into obscurity. The mastermind, Bruce Reynolds, evaded capture for 5 years, adding to the legend. Secondly, a significant portion of the money was never recovered, fueling ongoing speculation about its whereabouts. Number 2. The Banko Central burglary in Fortaleza, 2005. In one of the most audacious bank heists in Brazilian history, the Banko Central in Fortaleza was the target of a meticulously planned robbery that unfolded over the weekend of August 7, 2005. The culprits? A gang that had spent months preparing by renting a commercial property near the bank and posing as landscapers. Under this guise, they dug a 78-meter tunnel, equipped with lighting and air conditioning, leading directly into the bank's vault. The tunnelers broke through over a meter of reinforced concrete to enter the vault from beneath, bypassing all electronic alarms and sensors. By the time the heist was discovered on the morning of Monday, August 8th, the thieves had already made off with 3.5 tons of Brazilian reais, totaling about $70 million. While the police eventually arrested several members of the gang, the masterminds behind the operation were harder to pin down. Many involved evaded capture and are still at large. What's more, a significant portion of the stolen money was never recovered. It is believed that the gang had used some of their ill-gotten gains to buy real estate, luxury cars, and plastic surgery, making tracing the money even more challenging. The Banko Central burglary not only highlighted the vulnerabilities in bank security systems, but also showcased the extreme lengths to which thieves will go. The heist remains partially unsolved, with key players missing and millions in cash still unaccounted for, leaving a lasting legacy of intrigue and mystery. Number 3. The DB Cooper Skyjacking, 1971. On a chilly afternoon in November 1971, a man known only by his pseudonym, DB Cooper, boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 in Portland, bound for Seattle. Dressed in a business suit and carrying a briefcase, Cooper appeared to be just another commuter. However, shortly after takeoff, he revealed his intentions by handing a note to a flight attendant, claiming he had a bomb. Cooper's demands were specific: $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the plane for a getaway. Authorities, fearing for the safety of the 36 passengers aboard, complied with his demands. Once the plane landed in Seattle, the passengers were released in exchange for the ransom and parachutes, and Cooper directed the plane to take off again, headed towards Mexico City. somewhere between Seattle and Reno, in the cover of the night and amidst a raging storm, Cooper did the unthinkable. He jumped out of the back of the Boeing 727 with a parachute and the ransom money strapped to his body. He vanished into the darkness, sparking one of the greatest manhunts in U.S. history. Despite extensive investigations by the FBI, Cooper's true identity and fate remain a mystery. In 1980, a young boy found a decaying package containing $5,800 of the ransom money along the Columbia River, which added more layers to the puzzle. The discovery prompted numerous theories about whether Cooper survived the jump, but with no conclusive evidence or further traces of him, his fate is still a topic of debate and speculation. The DB Cooper case stands as a bold testament to one of the most daring heists ever executed, leaving behind a legacy that challenges investigators and ignites the curiosity of adventure seekers and mystery solvers alike. Number 4. The Hatton Garden Safe Deposit. Burglary, 2015. Over the Easter weekend of 2015, the Hatton Garden Safe Deposit Company became the scene of a heist that would later be dubbed the largest burglary in English legal history. A group of thieves, all senior citizens with ages ranging from mid-50s to 76, pulled off a movie-like heist that seemed impossible for a team with such an average age. Using tools that included a diamond-tipped industrial drill, the gang bore a hole through the half-meter thick concrete wall of the underground vault. It was a meticulous operation executed with precision that belied the age of the perpetrators. Over the course of the holiday weekend, they made multiple trips in and out of the vault, methodically removing gold, diamonds, and sapphires estimated to be worth around 14 million pounds. The audacity and skill of the burglary captivated public attention, but the mystery deepened as investigators tried to piece together exactly how such a feat was planned and executed without detection. The gang used disguises, fake number plates, and burner phones to cover their tracks. Despite extensive CCTV footage and eventually catching most of the gang, details about their precise planning methods and how they managed to disable the sophisticated security system remain elusive. The heist's planners demonstrated an intimate knowledge of security and surveillance, hinting at professional backgrounds and raising questions about whether there were insider elements involved. While the culprits were eventually caught and sentenced, the full story of how they managed to plan such a complex operation so covertly continues to puzzle law enforcement and security experts alike. Number 5. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. Theft, 1990. In the early hours of March 18, 1990, amidst Boston's St. Patrick's Day celebrations, 2 men dressed as police officers approached the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. They convinced the security guards that they were responding to a call and needed to enter the museum. Once inside, they quickly revealed their true intentions. The guards were handcuffed and immobilized in the basement, and the thieves had free rein of the museum for 81 minutes. In what seemed like a carefully orchestrated plan, the thieves made their way through the museum's galleries, selecting 13 pieces of invaluable art, including works by Vermeer, Rembrandt, and Degas. The stolen items, collectively valued at approximately $500 million, included masterpieces such as Vermeer's The Concert and Rembrandt's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, marking this as one of the most significant losses to the art world. What adds to the enigma is not just the audacity and precision of the theft, but the total lack of recoveries and arrests in the years that followed. Despite a hefty reward, now doubled to $10 million, and numerous leads pursued by the FBI, none of the stolen artworks have been recovered, and the identity of the thieves remains unknown. Theories abound, from the involvement of organized crime to the idea that the art was stolen to order for a private collector, but with every passing year, the mystery only deepens. Number 6. The Antwerp Diamond Heist, 2003. In the world's diamond capital, Antwerp, Belgium, a feat of criminal ingenuity unfolded over the weekend of February 15th, 2003. The target was the seemingly impenetrable vaults of the Antwerp Diamond Center, where a significant portion of the world's diamonds were traded and stored. The heist was not just a smash and grab, it was an artful orchestration by a group known as the School of Turin, a band of Italian thieves led by Leonardo Notarbartolo. The gang overcame a formidable array of security measures: infrared heat detectors, a seismic sensor, Doppler radar, a magnetic field, a lock with 100 million possible combinations, and closed-circuit television cameras. They meticulously planned their entry and exit, even going as far as to videotape the premises beforehand, and reportedly practicing the bypass of security barriers in mocked-up settings. Despite the layers of high-tech security, the thieves managed to enter the vault and leave with loot valued at over $100 million, comprising gold, silver, and loose diamonds. Their escape was almost as remarkable as the heist itself, with none of the security systems effectively triggering an alarm. The mystery deepens with the aftermath of the heist. Leonardo Notarbartolo was captured and served a portion of a 10-year sentence, but maintained his innocence regarding the planning of the heist. He claimed that they were set up to take the fall by a hidden mastermind. Not all members of the gang were apprehended, and the majority of the stolen treasures remain unaccounted for. The remaining loot and the true orchestrators behind the meticulously planned operation continue to elude law enforcement and baffle experts. This heist wasn't just a theft. It was a statement, a glaring expose of vulnerabilities in a place thought to be the safest on earth for diamonds. Today, the Antwerp diamond heist remains one of the most proficient thefts in history, leaving behind a trail of questions and a cache of missing jewels. Number 7. The Irish Crown Jewels. Theft, 1907. In the quiet lead-up to the scheduled visit of King Edward VII for the Irish International Exhibition, a shocking theft occurred at Dublin Castle. The Irish Crown Jewels, a symbol of immense national and historical significance, were audaciously stolen right from under the noses of their guardians. These jewels were not just ornaments, but comprised the heavily adorned star and badge regalia of the Order of St. Patrick, encrusted with rubies, emeralds, and enormous diamonds. The theft was discovered on the morning of July 6, 1907, just days before the king's visit, throwing the authorities into disarray. The jewels had been kept in a safe in the castle's Ulster King of Arms office, with very few holding access to the key. Despite the limited access and the presumed security of the location, the theft appeared to be an inside job. However, no conclusive evidence was ever found to charge anyone. The mystery deepened due to the lack of physical evidence and the apparent ease with which the thieves navigated the security measures. Over a century later, the whereabouts of the Irish crown jewels remain unknown, and the identity of the thief or thieves continues to be a subject of speculation and intrigue. This theft is not just a tale of lost treasures. It's a narrative that reflects the vulnerabilities and shadows lurking within the seemingly secure walls of power.